Hey everybody, welcome to this video. I'm Laura123 and this is going to be a book haul video. Now, I kind of said in my last book haul video that it was going to be my last book haul of the year. I wasn't going to buy any more books this year, but oopsie, I kind of went into Waterstones and got more books. I know, I'm very naughty, aren't I? But I'm a bookworm. I love reading and I love book shopping. Like, I just love looking around bookshops, and then when I'm there, you know, I'll spot books that look interesting that I want to buy and I kind of buy them. So the good thing was, though, I didn't pay for any of these books because I still had gift vouchers left over from Christmas presents. Haha, result. So yeah, I got all these books for free, which is brilliant, and they just look so good. So I'm going to show you them, and I promise, this is really the last book haul of the year. There are no more books. There is no more books coming until January. But yeah, I want to kind of like start reading even more. Like, I read a lot anyway, you know, I'm like a reading machine, but I need to read even more because I literally cannot put any more books on my bookcase. Like, these books are going to have to sit on the floor, like piled up next to my bookcase because I've just got no room. You know, I have books all going nice and smart, you know, in a line, and then there's some books that I've kind of put on the top of other books, and, you know, books poking out this way and that way, and I've still got just no space, so I'm gonna have to pile these up. So I need to get reading and get through them. So let me show you the books that I have, and also I'm gonna show you the book and talk about the book that I'm reading as well. So this is the book I'm currently reading. It's part of the Geek Girl series by Holly Smule, and it's called Picture Perfect, but I'll tell you about that in a minute, and my views on the whole kind of Geek Girl series. So there we go. I love it, by the way. I love it. I want to apologise that my hair looks a bit of a mess. I was wearing a hat today and I took it off, and yeah. And yeah, also I want to show you my nails. Look how silver, sparkly, metallic they are. I absolutely love my new nail polish. I've just done my nails. It's awesome. I've got it here, I can show you. It's from Claire's Accessories. There we go. And it is a Claire's liquid metal nail polish. So it's like metallic look, silver. You have to shake it like a spray can, look. I feel like I'm going to do like loads of graffiti. Anyway, so yeah, I'm loving these nails. They're just like, ooh, so silver. Okay, right, let me show you the new books. So the first book I want to show you is this one. Now, you've probably heard of this, like literally everyone is talking about this book for so long, and I've never kind of thought it was for me. Like, it's just not the kind of story that I would read, and I don't know, I was like, should I get it, should I not? But then, I don't know, I just kept hearing about it all the time, and so many booktubers say, you know, you've got to read this book. By the end of the year, you must have read this book, it's so good. And I saw it in Waterstones. It was just kind of sitting there like this on the shelf, kind of saying, buy me, Laura, buy me. So you know what, I thought I'd try something different. This isn't the kind of genre that I'd read, but I'm going to give it a go. So I'll read the back to you for those of you that don't know what it's about. So 16-year-old Star lives in two worlds, the poor neighbourhood where she was born and raised, and her posh high school in the suburbs. The uneasy balance between them is shattered when Star is the only witness to the fatal shooting of her unarmed best friend Khalil by a police officer. And now what Star says could destroy a community, and it could also get her killed. So I think it sounds really good, but as I say, it's just not the kind of story that I would normally read, but I do think it's interesting. And you know, look, if there's so much hype about it, there's got to be a reason. So I'm going to give it a go. I hope it lives up to the hype, and we'll see. We'll see. Next book I got is this one. Loving that kind of lovely cover. It's so, I don't know, like clean and pure looking. Do you know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Probably not. So this one is called An Unkindness of Magicians by Kat Howard. And I'd never heard of this book, by the way. I literally saw it on the shelf. It was in like the fantasy, adventure, sci-fi kind of section upstairs in Waterstones. And I was just drawn to the cover and the fact that it said magicians, because I love anything like magic and stuff. So it says, shall I read the back to you? It says, set amid the private world of New York City's most influential citizens who feed off one another in a hidden game of magical dominance. The unseen world of wealthy and literally powerful magicians in New York City prides itself on remaining invisible. So every 20 years, vying for power and standing during the turn-in, the heads of magical houses elect a champion, a family member or a magician for hire, and begin a series of duels. Magicians always have duels in books, seriously. Anyway, but the turn-in has come early after only 13 years, and Ian Merlin, the heir to the most powerful house in the unseen world, has been elected to become the champion of his father's chief rival, House Prospero. I think that's House Prospero. Enter Sydney, an unknown magician from a candidate house, an outsider easily dismissed among the established wealth and power of the unseen world. What the unseen world will soon learn, though, is that Sydney is a formidable duelist with power that hasn't been seen in decades, and she has a score to settle. I think this sounds so cool. And as I say, like a lot of these kind of magician books, they do have like the duels in, and they're always like fighting against each other. Who's more powerful at magic? And I love that. Do you know what I mean? So I just think it sounds really awesome and interesting. Okay, the next book I got is How to Hang a Witch by Adriana Mather. I think that's how you say it. I'm not very good at pronunciation, so yeah. Ghost, Witches and Sci Romance, it says on the front. I could not put it down. I've heard a lot of good things about this book, and I love all things like, as I say, magic, witchcraft, spooky, just a bit of everything really, like that kind of paranormal fantasy kind of thing. So yeah, How to Hang a Witch. So it says on the back, the trials of high school start to feel like a modern-day witch hunt for Samantha Mather, who has all the wrong connections to Salem's past. To say Sam is unwelcome in Salem would be an understatement. She is the target of the Descendants, a mysterious group of girls whose ancestors were persecuted in the witch trials. Complicating her life further is Elijah, and he's an unconventionally handsome resident ghost, and her cute new neighbour Jackson. When centuries-old curse is rekindled, Sam finds herself at the centre of it. Can she stop history repeating itself? So yeah, hashtag How to Hang a Witch. I think it just sounds so cool, and as I say, I love stories like that, and witchcraft, and it's just, yeah, really exciting. Talking of witches, I've got another kind of witch kind of story. Look at that cover. That is just like, oh, so beautiful. So this one is called Witchborn, and it's by Nicholas Bowling, or Bowling. I love that cover. Can I just say that? So it says, witches, they ain't nothing but fairy stories, and all over England, women getting killed just because they know things. Alice is in Bedlam Asylum. Mad, they say. Her mother has been executed for witchcraft, her home destroyed, and her spirit crushed, so maybe it's true. Or maybe she isn't as broken as she seems. A visit from two masked strangers provides an opportunity to escape, and Alice takes it. Now she must navigate the dark streets of London, where there's a secret waiting to be unravelled. In an England divided by rival queens, it seems Alice has a part to play, if only she can master the rising power within her. Seriously, how cool does that sound? Sounds so cool. A lot of like magic and witch books that I've got here. Okay, the next book I've got was actually a recommendation from one of my viewers, okay, and I really can't remember who it was. I get a lot of comments and stuff, so if you're the person who recommended that I check this out, thank you, because, yeah, they commented that I should check it out. I looked on Goodreads to find out what it was about, and I was like, oh yeah, that sounds amazing. So got it today in Waterstones. Very excited to read it. It's called Welcome to Night Vale, and apparently this is like a podcast. So I know that I'm gonna get completely into this whole thing. I can just feel it. I can feel it. So yeah, it's like a podcast, but they're also doing books as well of it. And yeah, there's all like links on the back to where you can like listen to the podcast and stuff. It just sounds so like fascinating. Oh, it says at the back, Welcome to Night Vale is an international #1 podcast with over 500,000 listeners worldwide, hundreds of thousands of followers on social media. Find out more. I know I'm going to get obsessed. I know it. So, a friendly desert community where the sun is hot, the moon is beautiful, and mysterious lights pass overhead while its citizens pretend to sleep. It's a town like your town, a city hall, a bowling alley, a diner, and a radio station reporting all the news that's allowed to be heard. It might be more like your town than you'd like to admit. In this ordinary town where ghosts, aliens, government conspiracies are parts of everyday life, the lives of two women with two mysteries are about to converge. So yeah, I just think it's great. It says here that it's a bit like Stranger Things, which I've still not seen. I need to check out that show. Clever, twisted, beautiful, strange, wonderful and sweet. Weird and surreal as I hoped it would be. Someone says here, I'm packing up and moving to Night Vale. It sounds so cool, and as I say, I know I'm going to get like totally obsessed and go on and look at everything to do with it. And the last book I want to show you is this one, and it's called Can't Look Away by Donna Kuna. Loving the cover. Look at that cool cover. I love it. So this is actually a book that was recommended from my favourite booktuber, who is Kit Kats Can Read. Absolutely love Kit Kats Can Read's channel. She's awesome. Like, she's such a great person, but she just gives me so many ideas for books. It's unbelievable. Literally, she would talk about a book in her video and I'll be like, that sounds good, and then I just go and order it and buy it. So yeah, she's just a great, she reviews books well, she talks about books well and gets me interested, and I love that. And this is one of the books that she mentioned in one of her videos last week. It's called Can't Look Away. So I'll read the back to you. I click over to my YouTube page, scroll down the comments. There are so many that say sorry and thinking of you, but then there are others. Get a life. All you care about is yourself. Stop using your sister's death for your own fame. It was your fault. I closed my eyes. I always wanted to be famous, but not like this. So every week, thousands of people watch Tori's beauty vlog for tips on how to be popular and pretty. But when her sister is killed in an accident, this perfect world implodes. How can Tori mourn her sister in private when her bubbly public persona is all over the web? Then she meets Lewis, who challenges all she thought she knew about love, life and loss. So it's a bit like online bullying, trolls, dealing with grief, and obviously, you know, I'm a YouTuber. I've been doing YouTube for a long time now. I've got a few channels here on YouTube, and you know, I do go through the kind of, you know, trolls, and it's not very nice to get bullied online, but you get through it, you toughen up to it. You know, I think the longer you do YouTube, you kind of like let it go over your head a bit. But obviously some people, you know, more than others, can get affected really bad by online bullying. And the whole kind of thing of having that public persona, being bubbly and fun, and you know, when things are quite down in your life, how can you be that character? And I find that difficult sometimes, if I'm honest. So I'm getting all deep and emotional here. I'm only supposed to be talking about books. But like, if I'm having a rough time or having a bad day and then I've got to do a live stream or make a video, it's tough, you know. You kind of have to be like, hi, I'm Oooops, and really like, I'm having a bad day. So I'm really fascinated about this book. I think it sounds really, really cool and interesting, and yeah. So they are my new books. There's also one there's two I've ordered online, which what I'll do, actually, I will tell you quickly about this book I'm currently reading. I'll press pause, I'll go and grab my mobile phone, which I don't know where it is, probably in my bedroom or something. Come back and tell you about the two books. One I've ordered, no, how many have I ordered? I've ordered two. I've ordered two new books, but there's one that's coming out very, very soon that I want to get, so I'll tell you about that as well. Anyway, just carry on watching. It'll all make sense, I promise, hopefully. So yeah, this is Geek Girl Picture Perfect, and I think this is number 3, yes, number 3. So the first one was called Geek Girl, second one was Model Misfit, and this is number 3, Picture Perfect. This is the hardback edition, and it's just so cool. I'm literally loving it. Basically, for Christmas, my lovely Nathan, fiance, bought me the whole series of Geek Girl for Christmas because I just wanted to read Geek Girl for so long. Like, literally, I'd gone on and on and on about getting Geek Girl, and I was like, right, for Christmas, that's what I want. And now I'm reading them. I'm literally reading like a book a day, or just over a day. So I can't stop. I'm so obsessed with Harriet. Harriet's the main character. She's a geek, like a proper geek, and she's really cute, really funny, and I'm not clever like her. unfortunately. But I am quite geeky and I do like history as well. And anyway, so she gets spotted randomly and kind of gets turned into this model. And it's kind of this, each book is like her adventures and who she meets and what she gets up to, and friendship and romance and bullying and family and just everything. It's like I could see this being a TV show. I would watch this. If Geek Girl was like a TV series, I'd be all over it. It'd be so cool. Or a film. Oh, I just feel like I'm living with her. Like I feel like I'm her best mate and she's talking to me. It's really weird to explain. And I'll be sitting there reading it and I'll just be like laughing out loud, and Nathan looks over at me and I'm like, sorry, because it feels so real. Like I can visualise Harriet doing these things, and the characters are great. I love her dad, he's so funny, and her friends and her little stalker friend, and just everything. It's just great. I love it, love it. And I know everyone's like, young adult book, but I don't care if a book's like middle grade or young adult or whatever. If I like a book, I like a book, simple. But I'm really loving Geek Girl, and I love the fact that each cover has like the face with like different glasses, like a different theme and stuff and colours. Obviously this is the American coloured thing, so at the moment she's in America. And what I've been doing on Instagram, I've been taking like pictures and like, I don't know if you can see, there we go. So I'll be putting like the book in front of my face, like she is my face, and then holding like a cup of coffee or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, really loving Geek Girl. I love Geek Girl. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do now is press pause and go grab my phone and tell you about the other books. So keep watching, keep watching, keep watching. Okay, so I'm back and I have my phone. So on eBay, I've ordered, and I'm waiting for it to turn up any day, is a book called The Boy Who Drew the Future by Rian Ivory. I don't know if you can see that there. Another book that Kit Kats Can Read mentioned, and I was like, whoa, that sounds pretty good. I have to get it, and I did. Let me have a look, see if there's the description of the book. It should be. Oh, there we go, yeah. So 15-year-old Blaze and Noah live in the same village over 100 years apart, and they both have a gift or curse. They draw pictures that later come true. In the 1860s, Blaze is accused of witchcraft. In the present day, Noah is desperate to keep his drawing a secret, even from his closest friend Beth. So once again, that kind of witchcraft stuff, and I'm like fascinated by witchcraft. Seriously, I have been for many, many years. So yeah, I think that sounds really good. That should turn up any day. I've also ordered another 2 books, I think. Oh no, I didn't order that book in the end. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just like having a row with myself. Hold on. My Goodreads is going really slow. The other book I ordered was Eliza and Her Monsters, I think it's called. Hold on. Sorry. Not very organised, am I? Yeah, Eliza and Her Monsters I've ordered, so that should turn up as well very soon. And that is by, if my Wi-Fi works, there we go, Francesca Zappia. And it says her story is a phenomenon, her life is a disaster. In the real world, Eliza Merck is shy, weird and friendless, but online she's Lady Constellation, the anonymous creator of the wildly popular webcomic Monstrous Sea. Eliza can't imagine enjoying the real world as much as she loves the online one, and she has no desire to try. Then Wallace Warland, Monstrous Sea's biggest fan fiction writer, transfers to her school, and Wallace thinks Elijah is just another fan, as he draws her out of her shell, she begins to wonder if a life offline might be worthwhile. But when Elijah's secret is accidentally shared with the world, everything she's built, her story, her relationship with Wallace, and even her sanity begins to fall apart. So, I mean, the cover looks absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you can see the cover there. It's not very clear, but it looks absolutely beautiful cover. And it just sounds really cool. I think it sounds a really cool book. Nice and fun. Do you know what I mean? It's supposed to be really good. But the other book that I'm after doesn't come out until... Oh, when was it? I'm going to have to go... I love Goodreads. Seriously, Goodreads is my app. I love it. I'm just obsessed with this app. Seriously. So I've got a list on here called To Read. And I put it on To Read. Ah, there we go. So there's 2 books. There's 3... There's 3 books I'm really after. One of them is Here Lies Daniel Tate, which unfortunately I can't get hold of. I'm going to have to get that online. They don't seem to sell it in Waterstones, Smiths or anything, so I think it might just be an American book. I don't know. Here Lies Daniel Tate by Kristin Terrell. And then there's The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. But the book that I'm, like, literally, I'm so desperate for, it comes out on January the 11th, so a couple of weeks, not too far away. Oh, it sounds so good. It's called The Sacrifice Box. And I want to get it the day it comes out, and I'm going to read it, because I honestly think this sounds... wow. Okay, like wow. So Sepp, Arkle, Mac, Lamb and Hadley, 5 friends thrown together one hot, sultry summer. When they discover an ancient stone box hidden in the forest, they decide to each make a sacrifice, something special to them, committed to the box forever. And they make a pact. They will never return to the box at night, and they'll never visit it alone, and they'll never take back their offerings. 4 years later, the gang have drifted apart, and then a series of strange and terrifying events take place, and Sepp and his friends understand that one of them has broken the pact. As their sacrifices haunt them with increased violence and hunger, they realise that they are not the first children to have found the box in their town's history, and ultimately the box may want the greatest sacrifice of all, one of them. So yeah, Sacrifice Box just sounds wow. Just wow. I can't wait for that one. Anyway, so that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please click like and comment, subscribe. Tell me what book you are currently reading, and also give me any suggestions for books that you think I would like, or authors that I should check out. And also, yeah, come follow me on social media, especially Instagram. I mean, all of them on social media. You can't follow me, I always follow back. But Instagram, I do a lot of like book related pictures and stuff. So I do something called Bookstagram, hashtag Bookstagram. Basically like pictures of books that I'm reading, or book art, just kind of bookish pictures. So Instagram is put my teeth in. Okay, let me start this again. Right. Instagram is minxlaura123, Facebook is minx.laura.5, and Twitter is @minxlaura123. Whoa. Okay, I think I need a cup of coffee or something. I've been really weird all day. Yeah, well, I'm weird anyway, but I'm even weirder without coffee. God, my hair's just like a mess. Okay, not to worry. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all soon on the next video. And if you are a fellow reader, enjoy your reading. Bookworms rock. Oh yeah. Anyway, bye.